Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jalen Says, and this is the last episode of the year. Sorry about the mic. This is the last episode of the year, so we're gonna hit it off with something great, the Good People Show. So today we're just showing a bunch of good people around the community who help influence and entertain people in these COVID times. And I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll be out of this COVID mess by January, prayfully. So you could just talk in the chat right now, and sorry for being a little late, but thank you for all the people who will and are showing up right now. Thank you for all the support you give me on this Jalen Says, starting in like March. So just thank you. Hi guys. Hello. And just tell me how you plan to spend your Thanksgiving. Christmas. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am looking sharp. Thank you. Thank you. But so we have one of our guests, and hello.
Hi, Jalen. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I am excellent. Let me put on my headphones. StreamYard does not like my microphone, but I'm excellent as always, even better now that I'm speaking with you.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. So, how do you plan to spend your Christmas?
Jalen, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I am going to spend my Christmas with two very, very close friends at a really nice restaurant.
Nice.
Our family celebrates Thanksgiving, so Christmas is on each individual family. Thanksgiving is when the whole group comes together at my mom's house, and then that allows everyone to share Christmas with their extended other family members.
Nice. So, what are you going to do after COVID's done?
After COVID's done, I am going to go live. What I've done during COVID, Jalen, is I've pivoted. I've gone from doing what I want to do to doing what I love doing. So once COVID ends, I'll be able to really develop my public speaking career the way that I've always wanted to have it be. I'll be able to be in front of people again. The larger the audience, the more fun I have.
Nice.
And the more fun I try to make them have.
Yes. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Jalen, thank you. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to speak with you. And you are quite a handsome young gentleman. Love the suit. I've gotten a chance to see a couple of, to get snippets of a few of your interviews. And I got to give you credit for being an engaging individual at such an early age. That's wonderful. Now to tell you about me, I'm Cassandra, Dr. K. Brown, the Tilted Fedora trainer. And my specialty, Jalen, is helping people apply universal truths to their lives today. There are certain rules that operate the world. And when we operate according to those rules, we get a really great life and a lot of success. When we don't operate according to those rules, we get a lot of problems. So I'm helping people understand the rules and then live their lives according to those rules so that they can have some good success.
Yes. So, is there anything you want to do in 2 to 5 years?
In 2 to 5 years, wow. You've given me a lot of time to play with it. What I want to do in 2 to 5 years, I actually, Jalen, started working on my vision board. Have you done a vision board for yourself?
Not yet.
It is a powerful tool, and I gotta say, I'm a lot older than you. And for the first time in my life, I'm actually using a vision board. So yesterday I went out with a good friend, and we went to the places that represented the things that we wanted to own in the next 2 to 3 years. I went by a Mercedes-Benz dealership, and I sat in a Mercedes, I think it was an E350 convertible, white, red interior, and the other one was gray with red interior. I got next to the Mercedes SUV. They have a beautiful SUV. Then I went to a Lexus dealership because my real pride and joy is the Lexus SUV. And I love red. So everything that I looked at was red, except for that gray Mercedes. And then I've never owned, well, I did own my own house when I was married. But since I've been divorced, I've never bought another house. So I went to a community where they are building brand new houses. And I stood
Wow.
in front of a brand new house with a sold sign in front of it. And I stood with my hands on the sold sign. So those are a couple of my goals. One of the other goals is to own land. So I stood out in front of about 10 acres of beautiful pasture land.
Wow.
And then, yeah, it just gets better and better. We decided a lot of people, when they do their vision boards, they cut pictures out of magazines. And I really need to, in order to envision myself living that life, I need to be in that life. So my
Yeah.
friend and I decided to go to those places and take the pictures of us in those places. So I went to I want to speak on large stages. So I went to a church that had a decent sized stage and asked them if I could take pictures of myself on the stage. So we did that because that represents me speaking in front of large groups. So everything that we took pictures of represents an aspect of our lives that we want to have realized. We also, now my friend wants to get an RV, a recreational vehicle, and she wants to drive Route 66 way before you were born, Jalen. Way before you were born. There was a song called Get Your Kicks on Route 66. And Route 66 is an actual route that starts in, I think they said, in somewhere near Canada and goes all the way. It starts like on the East Coast and goes all the way to the West Coast. So she wants to ride the entire Route 66 in an RV.
Wow.
So we went to an RV dealership and we took pictures in RVs.
Wow.
So you can use this idea, and if any of your listeners can use this. But what people have to understand, one of the truths of life that I like to teach people is, what do you believe? Whether you believe you can do it or whether you believe you cannot do it, either way, you're right. Okay? So if you believe you can do it, you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, you'll never do it. You have to believe. There are things that you can do to help support or increase your belief. That belief starts in your mind, it starts in your imagination, and then it has to somehow sink into your heart, because that's where belief happens. It happens in your emotions.
So what was your first belief?
Wow, that's a good question. My first belief, I'm a preacher. I don't have Reverend in front of my name, but I've been preaching for 30 years. So my first belief relative to my speaking ability was that I could actually stand in front of people and preach. That was the first one. And that happened when I was 24, about 25, 26 years old. Maybe younger than that. No, right around there. But that was my first belief, was that I actually had the gift of speaking and was not afraid to speak in public. And my first belief was that I would speak in public and not embarrass myself or anyone else, that I would do well. And I acted on that belief and did very well. So much so that I'm still preaching today.
Yes. About that vision board, the first thing, like one of the first things with the Lexus car and the red leather seats.
Oh,
You know what?
The vision board. Yeah, that was the vision board. The first was the car.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of had that. I kind of have that vision right now.
Mm-hmm.
A while ago, we got in a tiny bit of a wreck. We're okay. We're okay. But like today, exactly today, we got a rental car. It had red leather seats.
Yes.
It had heating chairs.
Yes.
And it had a sunroof.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I know you one better. Mine had a convertible. I have always wanted a convertible, Jalen. So I went and sat in a convertible. Yeah. And took pictures with it.
I want a convertible.
But the
when I grow older, I want a convertible, and I'll probably be the only one without a flying car by then. So,
so Jalen, if you were going to do a vision board, let me interview you for a minute, because you've interviewed lots of people. Let me interview you. If you were going to do your own 3D vision board, And that's what we called it, 3D vision board. What would be your first vision on the board?
My first vision on the board.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
I have many, but I don't know first. I mean, get on a TV show.
Okay.
Jalen says.
Okay.
Then get into MasterChef Junior.
Okay.
Then it's actually become a famous actor. Get into MasterChef Junior. Then I don't know. Well, right now, my Christmas vision board only has 2 things.
What?
They're very expensive, so I wouldn't call it only 2 things. So
They're kind of pricey. What? Tell me one of the 2 things if you're free to.
One of them is like a stereotype thing for 11-year-old. So this is a thing. The other one is something no one would probably get. A shake flashlight.
A shake flashlight.
Yes.
Why do you want a shake flashlight?
So a while ago, I heard of this game called Tattletale, and the main user has a shake flashlight, which I got very interested in.
Okay. A shake. Now, because so when you shake it, the light comes on.
Yes.
Okay, I think I remember one of those from back in the day.
Yeah, this one, if you shake it for 30 seconds, you get 10 minutes.
Yep, I remember that one. It was to replace batteries or an emergency situation. If you didn't have batteries, the friction of shaking whatever the item is in there would create energy.
Yeah, the magnet.
In a short term, thank you. Stored in a short-term battery. I remember that. Well, that one's not that hard. I don't think it's that hard. Let me not say because I haven't looked for one in a while.
Oh yeah, but the thing is still expensive. That's why I said both of them are very pricey. So I wouldn't say only 2 things. I'd say two things. Actually, it's 3 things, but one's not as pricey as the big 2.
Okay. Well, let's go back to your vision board because I really like your vision board. Now you're 11. Are you just turned 11 or are you about to turn 12?
I turned 11 in September.
What day in September, Jalen?
The 13th.
Jalen, would you believe my birthday is September 16th?
You're right in the middle of me and my mom's. My mom is actually 13 days after mine, and I'm on the 13th. Yeah.
Well, now I know why you're such an intriguing, informative, astounding young man. You're born in September. That's all there is to it. And I love your mom. I got to speak with her when we talked about me getting to be a guest on your show. And I have to say thank you. I really appreciate you letting me on. I really appreciate it. But I love your vision board. I like this. You want to have your own TV show. So you want to go from the podcast to the big screen.
Yes.
And by what age do you want to do that?
Hopefully before 12.
So that would make you effectively the youngest TV show host that I have ever heard of, and probably in history.
Well, yep, I'm gonna update my Guinness Book of World Records now.
That would be nice. That is serious. Now, with the show, so you'd be like, would you pattern it after anybody in particular?
No one in particular.
Well, I'm thinking like, would you do segments like Steve Harvey? Or, because, he had a talk show for a while. And he had different segments that were the regulars on his show. In addition to having his guest on, he would have that shout out to Steve or that Ask Steve period or the Strawberry Letter from his radio show where people could write in with love questions. So would you have things like that where you're going to do this thing? Like on your show, you could have a Cooking with Jalen segment.
Well, I mean, I probably would have a Cooking with Jalen segment because I am a chef. So,
right. So you could teach people how to cook.
Yeah, but it'll be like next year when I have it. But I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
I think that's excellent. It would be a show I'd watch, Jalen, just because it's you.
Thank you.
And then that other one to be on Master Chef Junior. Have you auditioned for it yet?
Yes, I actually auditioned 2 times.
Okay.
I actually, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten into it, but something happened, so I couldn't get into it.
Okay. Well, but, there's an old saying that says third time's a charm.
Yes.
So then you'll have to let me know when you get on so I can watch those episodes. Because again, I watch it because it's you.
Oh, thank you.
And then you said you want to be a major actor.
Yes.
I don't know when you're going to find time to do all of this stuff and still graduate high school. You're going to be really busy. If you're doing this for years, you're going to be really, really busy. So what's your favorite genre of acting?
Comedy.
Okay. So you think you're funny, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm not that funny, but I am hilarious.
Okay. So favorite genre, are there any particular stars that you'd like to work with?
Kevin Hart.
Okay, good one. I like him.
I know there's one, but I forgot their name, I'm pretty sure.
That's okay.
George Wallace.
Okay. I saw a piece of your interview with him. It was really nice. And he really was pleased to be on with you. I love that.
Cedric the Entertainer.
I love him.
Yeah, but I love a ton of comedy people. I mean, maybe even The Rock.
Ooh. He's good looking. Yeah. Okay, I like your list.
But
I like your list, Jalen, especially when you add The Rock.
Nice. But by the way, anyone could drop any questions for one of our good people of the Good People Show. But by the way, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years, I want to have a name that is as well known as Oprah's. And that my nickname is Dr. K. So I'd like Dr. K to be as well known as Oprah. So that's what I'm working on, is that kind of recognition. I want to have published at least 4 bestsellers. I'm working on that. I'm also working on a women's conference, and I want it in 5 years, I want it to be international. Nice. I want to have that conference and I literally want to do the conference once a week, inviting in other speakers in different parts of the world. So it would be in all 50 states of America, and then it would be in several countries around the world. And we do it, I shouldn't say 50 once a week, because that's not giving me a week off. But I want to do that conference at least, I would say there are 52 weeks in a year. So I'd want to do that conference at least 36 times in the course of a year.
Nice. But by the way, one of our other good people have shown up.
Hey, Miss Aaliyah.
Nobody told me I was going to be on. How are you guys?
Hey, Miss Neela, how are you?
I'm good. I was still feeding my face. And so,
but we'll get you on in a second, Miss Neela. So thank you for coming. So who would you like to work with?
Ooh, who would I like to work with? I've gotten to work with Les Brown. I really.
By the way, it could be dead or alive, so anyone.
Ooh, if you go dead, the Apostle Paul. Just because I love his writings in the Bible, he's phenomenal. Still alive, and also if you go dead, Maya Angelou. I think she's phenomenal. Still alive, Les Brown. I think he's phenomenal. And you're going to notice that I love people with the last name Brown, Brené Brown, and then Lisa Nichols.
Did you talk to Miss Ona Brown?
No, I haven't spoken with her. I saw that you interviewed her, but I didn't get to watch that interview.
Oh, she was incredible.
But I will watch that one.
Thank you. So, by the way, you could have any questions in the audience, by the way.
Oh, someone did. I see something that says, "What's Dr. K's profession?" I think.
Okay. So what? Well,
Neela said, "Shit, I love her family because her maiden name is Brown." Miss Neela, you good people just cause of that.
so is my grandma. So
You good people. That's why we get along. You're born in September. Your grandmother's last name is Brown, so you got Brown DNA running through your veins. That's why we get along so well. But Ms. Neela asked, "What is Dr. K's profession?" Now my profession is public speaking, teaching, and coaching. So I'm a John Maxwell certified trainer. I train people in the areas of communication and leadership skills development. And then I've written a book. My first book that I'm doing my best to turn into a bestseller is called Moving Beyond Betrayal, Help Getting Past What You May Never Get Over. And so now I'm doing a lot of training, helping people move beyond traumatic events in their lives so that they can go ahead and live good lives rather being stuck in painful places.
So, thank you for coming on, and stay on until the end because I need to talk to you.
Okay, Jalen, thank you. For
Can
having
you
me.
can you join for one of our other interviews later?
I'd love to.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And now we have In My Element with Mila.
Woo! How you doing, Jalen?
Great. How are you?
Good. Let Miss Brown know my mother's maiden name is Brown, and we are a Brown family from the city of Chicago, but basically out of Ada, Oklahoma, where the Armstrong family, my grandmother, all came from. But Brown is my granddad's maiden name. I mean, that was our name, our family name starting out. So, and she said, John Maxwell certified trainer. I read the Maxwell Daily Reader every day. John Maxwell, it's a daily reader. I read it every day. She's a phenomenal woman. And she's a Virgo. My grandma, the matriarch of the Brown family, is a Virgo. This is just amazing. Just amazing. How you doing today?
Great. Well, if you haven't
Awesome.
known, she actually interviewed me a couple months back.
Oh my God. Awesome. That is awesome. Because you're somebody special. That's why. You're somebody to be interviewed. Hmm. Yeah, you're doing a phenomenal job, Jalen, for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a great job. You really are. So that's an awesome thing. I came back home from work just to do this interview with you. I did. That's why you caught me eating when you brought. They caught me off guard. How dare them?
So for people who haven't saw, In My Element with Neela is Neela's show where she interviews people and talk about life and just is in her element.
Right. I'm on YouTube and Facebook, and basically, In My Element was created, and I started. Actually, I've had this on my mind, believe it or not, to create a talk show online for about 2 years now, maybe 3 years. No, 3 years now. Yeah, 'cause it was 2018. Because I just saw a down spiral of things with people and emotions, and people just having just a bad time in life. And after this pandemic set in, I really decided it's time to do it, especially when my position at my job was at the company I worked with was dissolved. So I no
Oh
longer
wait,
have a
you're
job.
breaking up a little. Can you repeat?
I said, especially after at my job, my position was dissolved. So I didn't, in March. And so due to the COVID and funding and all, because it was a non-for-profit. So I decided to go forward with the talk show because I would have time to do it, as well. So it panned out really well. The loss of work and opening up this talk show and just bringing people on board. I'm global, so anybody from anywhere that I reach um, can come on board, and we have great conversations. Basically, it's global, it's holistic, and it's a happy talk show. So it's real talk for real people. So basically, we just hit on a bunch of topics that are reality, actually, what you would call a part of reality in life. Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh, wait. Is it okay if Dr. K. Brown went to your show?
No, it would. I would love for her to come to my show. She would be awesome. She's out. Anything positive like that, by all means, bring it on.
Yeah. So,
Thank
I
you for
also
sharing her, if she don't mind.
heard you had a food stand a while ago before the whole COVID mess happened.
I had a food stand. I had to shut it down back in 2016. It was an 8-year journey for me. I was in school. I went to college late. Well, not late, but later in life. And so I was in school finishing my degree through city colleges, first of all. And then I graduated with my associates from city colleges. And I transferred into DePaul University, and therefore I received my bachelor's in mental health and a basic certification in alcohol and drug counseling certification. And so then I went to work full time because, of course, being a student, not a full ride. I wasn't just coming out of high school. I had to go to work, pay them student loans, and my hot dogs, my food stand was only like open June, July, and August out of the year I because I was in school full time. And so I found that the summer being out of school, doing that work was manageable, and it maintained me and my daughter for at least 7 months, close to 8 months out of the year for opening. So I maintained that. But after I shut it down, I had to go back into the workforce full time, and I ended up buying a house and all this. Then the pandemic set in, and so now I'm back in school. I'm back in school, a business program here in Illinois, and I'm pursuing my entrepreneurship certification, which actually I have the entrepreneurship certification. I graduated June 20th, but it's an extended program for the business plan building. And so I'm building my business plan, which is not a 2-pager. It's going to be a few pages. And I have a business plan accountability coach because my intention is to go back into my business, my food business. Yeah.
So, will you be doing your In My Element with Neela while doing the food business?
I certainly will. You
Will
got
we
that
get to
right.
see some behind the scenes of the food business?
You certainly will. You sure will. Yep.
Will I be the first to see it?
You just might. I'll give you an inside peek. Just for you. Just for you. Only you. Don't ask nobody else. No, nobody else don't ask. Only Jalen gets to first.
But when I get to New York, I'm gonna have to try California. I'm gonna have to try Chicago.
Gotta try Chicago. You got food, first of all. Food. You eat beef?
Is that really a question worth asking?
Yes, it is. Because Italian beefs are what I do. I specialize in. That was my specialty sandwich with my food stand.
Wow, I'm gonna really have to try that soon.
Yes, you will love
Hopefully,
it. It
after.
will finger looking good.
So maybe we could make a business together while I'm in Chicago. I know how to cook a little.
What's your specialty?
My specialty is anything.
Oh,
A while ago, if you saw my post after my grandma died, yeah, I made a meal for my mom. Yeah. I actually went into it blind, so I actually went into it blind. I didn't even have a base. I was like looking around to see if I found something, but I got noodles.
and what did you fix?
I fixed some noodles with some noodles, and I made some special sauce for the noodles, and I made some appetizers out of the vegetables. Udon
Awesome.
noodles.
Awesome.
So I basically can make anything if I have the resources.
That's a good thing. So you can create dishes. You're one of those type of guys that like that show on television where they run into the refrigerator and they get the food, they get what they need, and they just make it, or either they give them a basket on the counter and they say, okay, this is what we want. This is what we're giving you. And they look in there and they might have one potato, one onion, one asparagus, or something like that. You can do that. You can put together a meal just from stuff in a basket.
Are you talking about Chopped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good show.
Yes,
Have
it
you ever
is.
thought about wanting to be on that show?
Yes. I used to watch it a ton of times, but I just can't wait until I could get back to cooking shows after this COVID mess. Have a TV show soon. But what is your dream for in like about, let's say, 10 to 15 years?
Woo! Well, I'm hoping my energy and my body and my mind is still alert and alive and well and active and moving. So, because in 10 to 15 years, I'll be looking at 70 in 15 years. But, I'm looking at working on building my body, taking care of my body right now so that projection, I can I can see myself walking into it um gracefully. And that's so yeah. you know Otherwise I look at my health is number one, because without my health I can't be what I want to be and do what I want to do. And then I look at the business, my food truck. I'm looking to purchase a food truck for the business and to travel with it. And I like to act. I've always wanted to act since I was a little girl, and I'm free now. I can get involved with some things. You know what I'm saying? I'm free from the confines of a job, um, uh, as they call it, the plantation. I've been set free from the plantation, but that's what I'm looking at doing, going into my food business full force ahead and doing some acting on the side. Yeah.
Nice. So we have some audience question. What school are you getting the certification from?
I got my degree from DePaul. I got my certification from uh, Kennedy King College. Uh, so I went to City College here in Chicago, Kennedy King, one of 7 city colleges, and I achieved my associate's degree from there. And then I transferred over to, which was like a bridge program, to DePaul University, which is a Vincentian university. So yeah, it's a private college university. Yeah.
Where and from does Miss Neela draw that just wealth and positivity? I love it.
Thank you. I draw it from the good Lord above. I kid you not. Um, I've always been this the spry, happy, go lucky kid all my life, and I grew into it as I gotten older. Um, it just stayed with me. I never lost it. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful because I look at my life. I think I look back over my life about 17, 18 years ago. And I don't look anything like I look now. I didn't look anything like I look now. I had went down the wrong path in life. And I had gotten drug addicted and all kinds of stuff. And then I came out like pure gold. Thanks to God, you know, his mercy endureth forever. I say thank you. That's why I'm grateful. Every morning I pray on my talk show, and almost everything that comes out of my mouth is thank you, thank you, thank you, because I'm grateful and I'm very thankful for all that God has done for me, you know, over the years, and has kept me, because as I was coming out of my madness, I lost both of my parents 4 months apart. And so it was a lot that could have drawn me back to doing craziness and living a life of not gallantry, but hellatry. And so I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, and I'm happy to see every day, because I think back over my life and I look at some of the people that I ran these streets with, and they're not here, or they're in such bad health. Yeah. So I'm grateful. Man, I'm totally grateful. I be geeked all the time. Yes.
So,
yeah.
what was your life like growing up all the way into this?
My life, I had a good childhood. I really did. I had an awesome childhood. I'm one of four siblings,
Wow.
one of four children, and I'm the fourth. I'm the baby, and I'm the only girl. And I had three brothers. One has since passed in 2004. And the other two are still alive. One is here in Illinois with me, and one is in Kentucky. And well, he's not here with me and living with me, but he lives here in Illinois. And so I had a great childhood. You know, I was very athletic. I was a cheerleader. You know, I played all types of sports. I balleted. Yeah, I did everything. I was a jack of all trades, and master of completion. I would complete what I did finish in my jobs and stuff like that. I was a jack of all trades and a master of completion. But I would say I mastered the art of sales when I was in door-to-door sales. Yep.
Wow. That's incredible. So, thank you for coming on. And will you stay after Jalen says so we could talk?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. And we're going to be having a Jalen Says full interview later next year with the new season of Jalen Says. But thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Jalen. Thank you very much. I really am grateful for this, to have these shared on your platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So next, we have the one and only Jason Paul.
What's up, Jay? How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great, man. Sorry, I'm still at the gym here, but I wanted to make sure I tuned in with you, man. Big fan of yours. I think we've known each other for a few years now, and you know, I think I met you when you were kind of a child, and I've seen you grow into a beautiful young man. So congratulations on all that.
Oh, thank you. So you're at the gym right now?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, I'm still in gym clothes, but I knew it was getting close, man. I have some meetings going on later on, but I wanted to make sure that I could get this interview in with you, and you know, I'm honored to be on your show, and I'm grateful and thankful for that. So thank you so much for allowing me to be in your world today.
Just thank you for coming. So, you're an actor, and you also made a couple books. So can you tell us a little bit about your books first?
We're right here. I'm supporting right now the Lightning Bug Lights logo for one of my first children's books. It was very dear to my heart. It was based on my childhood. My grandfather would take us out in this wagon, me, my cousins, and my sisters. Like your last guest, I'm the baby, but I have three older sisters. Um,
Wow.
my cousin is the same way. He has three sisters. He's not the baby, but he's from a family of all women. So there's like really only two boys in our family growing up. But long story short, my grandpa would take us out, man. If you never got a chance to see lightning bugs light up in the June, go out and lay in a field and just watch, man. It's magical. So my first book was about a bond between a father and his daughter. I think there's a lot of fathers out there that, you need to know it's okay to show emotions and reach your children and hug them and tell them you love them. And those are a lot of things as a male that I pride myself on, is going out of my way to tell people I care about them. I mean, a funny story. I remember I was watching, what is it, with The Rock. Jalen, help me out. The movie with The Rock. He's a football player. Um, the game plan. And when he had to leave his little daughter behind and she ran out, man, I started tearing up. I said, man, I got soft in my old age, Jay. So, you just gotta let people know you care about them, man.
Yes. So, I heard your accent. So, what accent is that?
Ah, man, dude. Oh, Jerry, it's funny. I wish I could tell you. I went to school up in upstate New York in Buffalo. I'm Czech and Italian, so I think it's a blend from kind of the stick hills of Pennsylvania, where I was born, and a blend with like right on the middle top of the Buffalo Canada border, man. But that's all I can give you.
Nice. So, about your movies, the first one that stuck out to me because, well, I'm a kid, is Toy Story.
Toy
Yeah.
Story, Jay. So I wasn't in Toy Story. I'm not sure if that was the right information, but I would love to be in Toy Story, Jay. If you got the rights to it, man, get me on there, because I'd love to be a voiceover for that. A movie that would maybe pertain to you on a faith-based community is a television series. It's called Vindication. Um, right now, it's the number one crime drama series on PureFlix and on Prime. So, in the faith-based community, it's all about positivity, showing how you can view something that might be negative and turning it positive. And I believe that's what your show is about. And I heard a lot of cool stuff. I know you and I talked about something. So you're going to hear this first on Jalen Says. So we all know about Washington Armor, Jay, right? So this is the first time live publicly that I can say the role that I'll be playing. So, ready for it? I will be playing the role of Adam Stevens in the miniseries of Washington's Armor in Texas that starts filming in January. So there it is. You heard it first. I've held this in. Man, I've held this in for 6 months, Jalen, waiting for the right opportunity to tell the world, and I want to share it on your show today.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what was your life like growing up?
My life, Jalen. You want the honest truth? I'm going to give it to you. I came from a single parent home, a broken family. Life wasn't always easy, but my mother worked extremely hard to provide for us. Not everything's rainbows and butterflies, I wish it was like those Hallmark movies, man, where you go out and you find the love of your life, you get the best job in the world. But hey, man, you'll hear me always talk about opportunities, paying it forward. My journey is not possible if I don't help somebody else along their way on their journeys. And you always hear me speak about that because I know what it's like to struggle. I know it's like to come from nothing. And every day I get up, man, I give thanks to the man upstairs. And I say, you know what, man, how can I help somebody else today on their journey? Or how can I make somebody feel better about themselves? And it's as simple as maybe holding the door for somebody, or as simple as, just telling someone they have great hair, or you like their shoes, or Jalen, like today, man, dude, you look dapper, man. You dressed up, man. You're looking fly, Jay. You're looking good. You're looking good, man. I'm serious. You got that fade going, bro. You got that tie all niced up, man. You're looking dapper, bro.
Thank you. And you're looking great with your Firefly merch.
I wish, man. I didn't know you get all dressed up, man. Next time I come on the show, though, I'll be rocking that 3-piece just with you. I can't let you take all the thunder, man. You're looking good, bro. You're looking good. Looking sharp, man. Watch out. Jalen is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. He came to play today.
Thank you. So, what do you plan in your life in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. These are realistic goals, and some are far fetched. Actually, there's nothing far fetched, man. I was just playing with you. Um, I would love to produce my own TV series. Um, I am working on my first feature. My ultimate goal, Jay, is to stand up on that platform, take that little gold trophy, and raise it up and give thanks to all the people that helped me get there on my journey. That's the ultimate goal. Um, and just giving back. So I'm about to team up with United Way of Atlanta. We're about to launch a book tour going into next year. The storyline will be Lightning Bug Lights, and 50% of the proceeds, everyone get behind this, because I think literacy, and there's definitely something magic about reading. There's one thing, Jay, that I grew up that you couldn't buy, you couldn't pay for. It's the power of your mind, right? That's something nobody can ever take from you. I don't care if you're in the concentration camps in the war, if somehow you have the misfortune to go down a bad path and you might end up in jail, if you have a drug addiction, there's nothing that can be stripped from you, and that's your mind, man. Nobody can ever take that from you. It's it is so powerful, man. And that's why I love reading. And there's something magical about reading, because if you read a story, man, it's magical. It takes your mind somewhere else. It's the only thing that I can sit here right now talking to Jay in Atlanta. When we start reading a story together, man, it can make us feel like we're in California. It can make us feel like we're in Europe if you allow the power of your mind to get to that level.
So that's incredible.
What about you? What are your goals, Jalen? Give me Jalen's top 3 goals.
My top 3 goals. Well, I just said some, so I'm gonna say some super ones. So my top goals are being in a movie that is very, 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 very famous. Being well known around the world, and having a happy life.
And how are you going to get to there, Jay? What do you think the steps are? I've seen you grow, man. I've seen you take the steps, so I know you know them, right? Hard work, staying focused, staying driven, keeping your head clean, appreciating people for who they are and not what they can get for you. I've seen all that happen from you, so you know the steps, man, right? And that's one thing I always tell people, man. Don't ever look at somebody in a way that you think they can do something for you. Look at somebody in a way and say, hey, man, I can't walk in that person's shoes. I don't know what they're going through, but let me try to help them. And I promise you, to anybody out there who's listening, if you take that approach and you change your mindset, it's an amazing thing. And there ain't no journey you can't accomplish if you don't help someone else accomplish their own journey. So.
So, by the way, since you're in the gym, what do you do in your gym?
Oh man, so I wish I could I might walk you guys over. So there's a group of guys, we're not playing right now, but there's a group of guys here that we get together as we get older, a lot older than we feel, and we play basketball a lot. So to keep fit, I do a rotation of basketball, and biking. Here's the thing, Jalen, friends don't let their friends skip leg day. Don't let your friends, they say they go in the gym, you make sure you tell them to do their legs, right? You ever see those big old dudes with skinny legs because they don't work out on their legs? Friends don't let friends skip leg day, Jalen. That's something that you'll learn growing up.
Yes. So, what is your gym regimen besides playing basketball? Like push-ups?
Yeah, I do a lot of interval training, it's called. I fast it throughout the day, so my last meal is usually around 10 o'clock unless I'm traveling and I have to eat. I fast for about 12 to 14 hours, give or take. I prefer interval training, so on a Saturday, I'll do a full body training workout. Only 3 days a week now, because if I lift a lot, I tend to get bigger. I'm content where I'm at, about 185, 190 right now. I don't want to get bigger than that. So I have to space out my workouts. I make sure I lift my legs 2 days a week because, man, I don't want to look like a big old T-Rex, you know what I'm saying? Those big old legs and have little arms. So you got to make sure you're balanced, man. But my regimen is food driven. It's, remember that saying, Jay, when you grew up, man, you are what you eat. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
Man, I promise you, man, you're definitely what you eat, man. You start eating sloppy. I mean, it's inevitable, man. Eventually it's going to get you. Yeah. Sugar is your worst enemy, Jay.
Yeah, but I have some years. I have some years to go right now. Right now, like when I become 16, maybe my metabolism starts slowing down, and you can't eat all that sugar.
You're. Let me guess. I'm gonna guess your favorite candy. Are you a Sour Patch Kid? You like the
No,
Sour Patch Kid? No.
I mean I
What's
like
your favorite
shit
candy?
sour. My favorite my favorite candy was Twix, but I haven't eaten candy since a long time actually.
Nice. My daughter's favorite was Twix, and she's now grown out of it. She just turned 10. So there's a time though, man. I could eat Twix like it was going on. Like I find them hidden. Listen, she was so smart when she was little growing up, Jerry, that she would hide them in the couch cushions because she know I was looking for them. She would stash them everywhere. They'd be in the car. She'd have her little stash. I'm like, Ida, what are you doing? But she would hide, man. She would hide candy all over her little stash pits, and I'd go and find them.
Wow. What was the one that she always hid them in that you eventually found out?
She would hide them in you know where you put like your sodas in the couches, like where you can have those little cup holders. She'd put
Yeah.
them there, and then she'd put them in the back seat of my car. Like I have a seat divider that would pull down, and inside there's a little compartment that she would stash things in.
Oh man, never see it coming.
No, no, she did. She's a ball of life and energy, and because of her, she's the one that really pulled out the intrinsic values of love for me, man, like unconditionally. Like she's an amazing little human, and I'm so grateful she's in my life.
That's wonderful. So af what is on your dream board?
What is on what?
Your dream board, your
My
vision
dream
board.
board. Oh man, you really want to hear this, dude? It's funny. That's a great question. I have a huge dream board. Huge. It starts with a picture of a few houses. Not because I'm materialistic, because I want to be able to travel and be bi-coastal again. My dream car, you ready? Porsche 911 twin turbo. Um, I would love to play one-on-one against Michael Jordan, only because he's my hero growing up. He was my idol. Um, Obviously, winning an Oscar, man. I mean, that's a lot on my plate to get to that level. But I'm slowly climbing the ranks. It just doesn't happen overnight, and it takes a lot of work. I want to win some awards for my books. I want to film an animation project off of Lightning Bug Lights, and I want to start a cooking show, Jay, because I heard you talk about food. I'm a retired chef and a sommelier, so I have that under my belt. So
So, by the way, you can ask any questions that you like in the audience. Feel free. And I'm looking at you with questions right. But one question. After you go to the gym, you say you eat at about 10.
stop eating at 10. Stop eating.
Oh. So how many times do you actually prepare a dish for yourself?
Jay, you got me, man. You caught it. Listen, so I retired. What's up, bro? I retired. I want to say, man, back in January. You want to be honest? I barely cook much. Don't tell anybody this, man. Like I actually now can go out and eat, which is amazing. Because before, when you prepare it, man, and you get to that high level of execution, because being a chef's not easy. And once you get there, um, it's military style, man. That there's things that need to be implemented. It's a high stress environment. But I mean, if you talk to anybody, they say, "Dude, that boy is crazy when he's in the kitchen," which is true, man. Oh man, but I love it, man. I love the creative part. And I just knew that I had to take a chance and get out of the business if I was going to follow my dreams and get to Atlanta. So I've been blessed in that. But the story is, Jay, listen, I eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly, and I love this new almond banana milk. So I get this high fiber cereal that has protein in it. And dude, I'm a sucker for bananas, high protein chocolate cereal with banana almond milk, man. That's That's what I do.
Wow.
I can cook though. Don't get me wrong, man. I've enjoyed eating out and learning the cultures of Atlanta. I'm big on soul food too, Jay. Like my favorite green is collard greens. Like I love me some collard greens all day.
Now, okay, I wasn't joking about the whole banana protein mix, guys. You know, when I turned 10 or 9, I I basically challenged my friend to put pizza crust inside their Gatorade and drink it. I did the same thing. I finished it. I finished
Really?
the
Did
whole
you do
bottle.
it? I should get my daughter and you guys together. She does those crazy pranks, man. Like she used to do that stuff to me, man. Blindfold me and throw some all kinds of weird stuff. We used to play this tasting game where you blindfold your friend. You should try it with your friends. You got to blindfold them and you just feed them stuff. One time I fed her like this hot mustard. Oh man, I think I saw the video. I'll try to post it if I can find it. It's priceless, man. It's priceless. What happened with the Gatorade? What was the outcome?
So I finished. He didn't, and it nothing really happened after that. I just wished I dipped it in instead of put the whole thing in because it was soggy, mushy. But I mean, it was fine. I give it a 3 star out of 100. So
3 out of 3 stars out of 100.
yeah,
100 being the best stars, right?
yeah. I would give it like a yeah. I give it 5 stars. 5 stars. Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. I mean, I'm not really good at math, but 5 out of 100, man. Doesn't sound like it was fun.
I mean, it wasn't good, but I wouldn't call it that bad.
Was it memorable though? Because it's fun, right? Because you're always gonna remember that, right? So we always talk about creating these journeys, right? And having fun and making memories, right? Because that's one thing too, man, in life, right? It's all about a journey. It's about a memory. It's about getting to one place from another and creating those great memories. And you have a great memory that you're always gonna remember. What was your friend's name, if you don't mind sharing?
His name was E to the thin, Ethan.
E to
So
E to the thin, right? So Ethan, right? So E to the thin. You and Jay have a special memory together, man. About one day, you guys were eating some pizza, started to get a little wild and crazy. On Jalen says, threw that pizza crust in that Gatorade, and I had a little Gatorade drinking challenge, right? So that's a great memory, right? That's what life's
yeah,
about is those beautiful moments and those memories.
yes. But someone asked you a question. What is your favorite dish to prepare besides the
Uh-oh,
cereal?
Betty. Oh man, so I'm a big seafood junkie, man. I love seafood. So risotto probably is my specialty. But I love seafood. I'm gonna go with you know what? Final answer is gonna be I'm gonna go with scallops. Scallops are one of my favorite things to eat. Actually, I take it back. I got something about mussels. You know why? Mussels and clams have the highest protein rate to zero fat. So in a pound of mussels, you get about 62 grams of protein in there, and they're clean. And if they're fresh, they gotta be fresh, though, man. Because listen, I've gone out here in Atlanta a few times. These fools are opening mussels that are frozen. You believe that? They give me frozen mussels. But there's other two places that I found. I go there just for the mussels because they're so tasty. I'm a big mussel guy. Anything Mediterranean. Obviously, I grew up Italian, but man, I don't. I grew up eating so much pasta growing up, man. I can't eat any more pasta. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But thank you for your time, and hopefully we could have another interview after this, and stay
Absolutely,
on
Jay.
after the Jalen said. But can you
Thank you.
please share your best or preferred location to purchase your books?
Yeah, so I'll put a link up on my Facebook page. You all feel free to follow me on social media. Right now, I just want to teamed up with Amazon to make it downloadable because the pandemic has kind of stopped the book tour, so a lot of things are going virtual. So I can put a link up, and if you have an Amazon account, you have a Kindle account, it's actually free to download. Other than that, you directly go to the Book Baby bookstore, and or you can just Google Jason Paul. You order it from Amazon, Walmart, Target. If you're in the Europe market, there's a European version of Google. I forget the name of it. But if you just type in Jason Paul and Lightning Bug Lights, you'll find it. And the webpage is lightningbuglightsonline.com and jasonpaulllc.com.
So thank you. And can you stay on until the end because we'll have a chat?
Jalen, what time is the end going to be, bro? I have another commitment coming up at 7-ish, but how long are you thinking?
Maybe we could just call. Yeah, call.
Call it. All right, brother. Hey, listen, thank you so much. Amazing stories. The lady before you, man, I forget her name. It started with an N. Do you remember her name? She had an amazing story. The lady I was watching, come on. What's that?
Miss Neela?
Yeah, her story was amazing. So I'm so happy that I got to listen to it and keep shining. And you inspire me to be a better human. So tell her thank you so much for me, Jay. Jay, you inspire me. Keep working hard. Keep being you. Man, keep that tie up there, man. You're looking dapper. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Cheers.
And now for one of our other ones, it will be Mr. Azar King. Can you come up? And hello. Oh, wait, you're muted, by the way.
How you feeling?
Great. How are you?
Hey, man, you know I'm blessed, not stressed.
Nice. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm pretty much a spoken word artist, music, writer, author, designer as far as clothes, brander, marketer, hair cutter, chef. You name it, I pretty much done did it. But my main target right now was doing the poetry, the music, and getting back into my background of art and trying to build unity through my art. You know, as far as just having those conversations on lives on Instagram and having motivational speakers and just open up the floor for people to have open conversations where they don't feel judged or stuff like that.
Yes. So, can you tell us where you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
The next 5 to 10 years, one, I'm gonna be a father, so that's already in the next 5 to 10 years. A business owner.
Yes.
A best-selling author.
Yes.
A worldwide motivational speaker.
Yes.
Producer.
Yes.
Label owner.
Yes.
Whatever my mind conjure up, I'm gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years.
Nice. So, can you tell us what it was like growing up for you?
Well, my story is kind of similar to the last gentleman you had on. My father was there, but he really wasn't there. And then, you know, he went on like what I call a extended vacation. Let's use that.
No, the search for milk. The search for milk.
Yeah, he wanted to search for milk, but a long search for milk. He got lost somewhere. But so it was pretty much me, my mom, my aunt, her daughter, and one of my other cousins living in a home that my grandmother was living with us before she passed away. And I grew up I'm a country boy. I'm from this little town called Little River, South Carolina, Brooksville, to be exact. I worked in the tobacco field when I was 7 years old, making $5 a day because I feel like that's what I had to do in order to try to help my mom out the best way I could. And you know, I ran away from my calling for a lot of years, put it that way. So when you run away from your calling, you're gonna face all different type of obstacles and ups and downs. So let's just say I got a bunch of bumps and bruises from running and falling. How about yourself? What do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself. Well, I'd see myself a well-known actor, having my own TV show. Next 5 to 10 years, I'd be 16 right then. So knowing how to drive, helping my mom out a lot, driving her places because I just want to. And I just see myself very happy in the next 5 to 10 years.
Well, in reality, guess what? You already helped your mom out already because you're doing the opposite of what they try to say we're going to try to be as a black male. So you're already doing that by striving to create a platform where because like a lot of people you come encounter with, they have a hard time communicating. They don't have very good communication skills. And when you do platforms like this, it helps you to be able to have communication skills with people from all different walks of life. So you're already ahead of the game.
Thank you.
I also want you to think about this too, right? Don't focus on trying to be a star. Don't focus on trying to win the awards. Don't focus on trying to win the money. Don't focus on all the material. Don't focus on none of that stuff. Focus on being the best of you, because all the other stuff's gonna come from you being the best of you are bonuses. Because if you're reaching for that, right? If you're just reaching for those pinnacles in your life, then you have a sense of entitlement on your future. And your future is not always gonna go exactly how you plan. So we just focus on being the best of you, right? Everything else that comes from you being the best of you is gonna be a bonus to you being the best of you.
Yes. So, by the way, when I first saw you, you were talking about numbers in relation to God. In your Gmail, you have numbers 1, 5, and what does that mean again?
Knowledge and power.
Yes.
Because 1 represents knowledge, 5 represents power, which is truth. You know what I'm saying? And when you add 1 and 5, you get 6, which is equality. So I started acknowledging my power within myself and started dealing equally with myself before I can deal equally with anybody else. You gotta be equal with yourself. Equal and whole don't mean the same thing. So that equal just means I'm being fair with myself, self-care of myself, striving to get to the part where I feel whole, but obtaining the knowledge of what it takes for me to self-heal. You know what I mean? So I can reach that God within myself, that God essence. You know what I mean? Because that's what comes after 6 and 7. And 7 is a representation of God, of noble perfection. So right now I'm at my knowledge power stage, and I'm manifesting equality through me being equal with myself.
So, by the way, since you're talking about numbers, power, equality, everything like that, can some people send in their some numbers they really like, some numbers they really like, and let's see what he says about them. But while 13, actually some of the people I interviewed can put in some numbers in the chat too. But how about 26?
That's wisdom equality. You gotta put your equality in action. That come after getting the equality. Cause see, you gotta think about this, right? And I ain't gonna get too deep in it because I'm not saying your mind ain't elevated yet, but if I get into it, I have to go deep. But I'm gonna say this: United States of America, right? Do you see anything United States united about the state?
I mean,
Right. So that means there's no equality going on because everybody is not united. When you're united, that means there's some equality going on. We're dealing equally with each other. But there's an unbalance on the scale, so there's no equality going on. So in order to create a form of equality, right, you got to put it in action by distributing it through yourself. You got to be that projection of it. The
yes.
best is experience, right? So when you can show somebody through your actions, they can say, oh, I see, like, for example, you look at me, I've been through my storm, but I ain't let my storm hold me from where I'm going. So when I say, yeah, man, I've been through X, Y, and Z, and this is what I got now, a person can see it because they can look at me now and actually see that I made a transformation from here to here.
Yes. So we have 3 more numbers, 3 and 16.
Y'all keep coming back to equality. So, I mean, you got the answer. Ain't no need of me even get the answer. Everybody keep giving the same number. It's just going to be the same result. The word of the day is being equal.
What about 30?
That's understanding the cipher. Understand the dimensions you're going to travel through. Understand growing up. One thing that people got to understand is right here is that in growing up, it's going to be pain. Even in love, there's pain. Because if you really love somebody, when you don't see them for a long time, you miss them. You feel a little ache because so that's a form of pain, but not a sad pain. It's a form of, just the comfort of knowing that you love somebody that much. So when you understand that every transformation is going to have some type of growing pain to it, then you're going to expand that circle that you're building around yourself.
Yes. So what about 2009?
Hey, Jalen, we ain't gonna get into all these numbers, Jalen.
What about 09?
Jalen, we ain't gonna get into all these numbers, Jalen. I understand you like all the mathematics, but listen, the process of learning, right, is not trying to cram too much in your brain on the first go around.
Okay, but I just have one. This is one of my family members' numbers. 220.
Wisdom with cipher, which is your culture to be free onto your cipher. Be free in your dome, be free in your, know your way of life, know your mentality, know who you are, and every day live it out in your essence, in your physical and your mental.
Yes. Well, I just have one more with my mom. 9. 09.
Born. It ain't nothing else. Just born. Manifest. Simple.
My mom's asking me to do her birthday. I already did it, Mom. Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay, but my mom wants again. What is 26?
Come on, mama. Don't you know I hate math? No, I was playing it's wisdom equality. No, you just got to build and destroy. Because wisdom in 2 and 6 is going to give you 8. This is the year you got to. I was born in the build destroy month, which is 8. So that means I'm a natural builder. That means that my genetic is to bring things into existence. But if you're going to build something, you got to destroy something. That don't mean negative. You got to build a positive and destroy the negative. But if you ain't positive, if you ain't building a positive and destroying the negative, guess what? Somebody's building upon you, and it might not be positive. It's possibly going to be negative.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
can you do a poetry?
Can I do a poetry? What kind of I can do any kind of poetry?
Yes. That's what Miss Bonnie Chambers says.
All right. As I look in the mirror, I see images of my past ancestors who have been beaten, battered, bruised, set on fire, hung by the noose. The slicing of the wounds of our black queens. A child never be born and shattered dreams. I stand amongst fallen kings. I'm on the cliff of Malcolm X, ready by any means. Enraged and pain-stricken by these visions. Conscious of the unconscious and their decisions. Disappointed myself because I became a slave and a victim of prison. These days, they define their injustices by using religion. Listen, they even subtitle the white nationalists rather than calling it what it really is. The white supremacists of the Ku Klux Klan. Every day, they're trying to make my people feel less than a man or a woman. Dang. How do we fall victim to such destructive plan? The stratosphere of racism and oppression within the Congression with no discretion. And they use the facility of schools, dressing up as Jews, but really using as tools. And the illusions of the bunch that constantly televised. So if we don't stand for anything and fall for everything, then when something drastic is manifested, why do we act so surprised? It's because we've been sleepwalking with blinders over our third eyes. Who wants to be black and made to believe only capable of certain things in life? Rappers, trappers, gun clappers, backstabbers, strippers. Misses have become misters. Brothers have turned into sisters. Dream makers have become making dream wishers. Lies are false smoke screens like blunts from swishers. Cop brutality making young black men memories on pictures. CNN cops talking about the grand wisdoms, bloodthirsty as kids. Attorney General got extensive prison bids. Rat pit gunfire making America KKK. No place for blacks and Mexicans to live. This is all a bunch of bullshit. I've been walking this earth for 35 years and my people in Africa are still hungry. But you got this infomercial talking about donate 8 cents a day. I find it real strange and not funny. And this is where I came from. Then how come today you don't see blacks transforming from a monkey? Come on, man, I ain't no dummy. That's like trying to convince me that in Philadelphia is always sunny. And when this is published, they probably gonna say I'm a black supremacist or some type of nemesis. Nah, I'm just trying to make mine work like a gymnast because I born leave my people from the lives of divisionists. For 400 years, they have kept us caged, disengaged, and painted pictures that we are all played. And when it comes to truth about who we used to be, They made that story real vague. And when it comes to my people being trapped in America, they're so lost. When they say the exact price on a pair of J's, dang, I'm so amazed. This is more than a movie 12 Years a Slave, and we don't open their neck, but they sit behind stage. Tell me we're going to break free of this phase, because we haven't duped ourselves to believe the chains haven't broken. We've only been tightened around our neck, move like puppets on strings, minds and constant train wrecks, and the gum of the real pimps create a magic tricks like carbonara effects. And tell me, when are my black brothers gonna start being real fathers and stop having chests up as the doubles at the end of their paycheck? At this point of my life, I can care less about your respect because it's our own birthrights and destiny neglect. I think it's time to put these realities in check. This is the blind truth we just made. Now dissect and reflect. Peace. Appreciate it. Hey man, you're a powerful being, man. And you're gonna grow up to be a great, great king, to rule your own throne in your own way, because you're already setting the stage for it. You know what I mean? And continue to walk in your truth. Trust God in everything you do, man. If you keep God first within your essence, ain't nothing you can do, man. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You feel me?
Yes. Encore. Encore. I want more. I want one more. I meant one more.
Who's it? That's you. You want more? One more?
That's right.
Shout out to Bonnie Chambers, Joe. Shout out to Bonnie Chambers, man. You want another? You want another one with freestyle for you?
That's right. Yes.
Give me 5 words. Give me the first 5 words that come to your mind.
Hat. Suit.
Suit.
Life.
Life. You got 2 more. Hat, suit, life.
Tie.
High.
Tie.
Tie.
Us.
Hat, suit, life. Tie, us. Hat, suit, life. Tie, us. When you look at me, you see me wear multiple hats. I keep my rim tight like a tie around my neck, because I understand life at times, if you're not focused on it, it'll put you in your own retrospect and in check. But don't panic. You have multiple different suits like 007. That means I got artillery. I'm ready for any type of war that come walk through my door, because I'm adorned in God's water. Sometimes I sneak across borders like a Mexican, but no disrespect to that culture. I just know that my culture is kind of sticky. So when you see me dressed down in that Armani suit when I came from prison boots, just know that I worked for this. Blood, sweat, and tears. I did over 15 years. I'm only focused on myself. I really ain't focused on the cheers. Me and Jalen sitting on the screen looking like some divine kings, melanin in our skin. Anytime we step in the ring, guaranteed to win. Shout out to his mother for being a divine queen, pushing him, guiding him to manifest his dream. Bonnie Chambers got in the comments and asked for one more. I said, I'm a kick in the door like I play for the NFL. And I said, boop, let me get more. On the screen it says you in the show so everyone can see and hear you. But even when I don't move my lips, just the way I move, everyone can see and hear you, because my bars are true. He got an all black like Men in Black with Will Smith. I'm a sidekick. I'm the one you don't see. Coming through like a phantom. And check it out. This time we holding the game up for ransom. We gonna get in there like a little kid in the entertainment and throw a tantrum. Say, yes, ours, because I'm Azar King, and that's Jalen, the manifesto of young dreams.
Okay, he will do one when we have another interview on Jalen Says for the new season next year, another self-made. But oh, let me just talk about your other thing, Octopus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Octopus line out now, man. Hold on 1 second. Octopus line out now. You know, Octopus line out now. I got the hoodies and tees. The source is you, Octopus. The source is you, meaning that, you know, the source is you. When you look in the mirror, you got to know that you got multiple arms to be able to bring a thing into existence. If you would like to purchase or place your pre-order for the next wave of hoodies and tees coming out, and I'm striving to put joggers and hats with it, you can follow me at Azar King 3 on Instagram. DM me, and I'll take you. I'll make sure I send you a virtual receipt when you place your pre-order money. Or you can hit me on my email at azarking15god@gmail.com and make your pre-order that way. I'm just striving, man, to bring something to the people where we feel whole again. And when you look in the mirror, you receive energy from the clothes that you wear. You know what I mean?
Yes. So where are you located?
I'm in Baltimore.
Baltimore. So
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I'm actually from South Carolina, but I migrated to Baltimore for a little while just to, you know, work on my brand, work on myself, and get my life together. You know, you got to know when it's time to make the moves in order to expand.
Yes. So I love it, Jalen. Keep him a longer. A little longer? Okay. But yes, but actually, all of the people I interviewed today will be in my next season next year for Jalen Says. So you have to stay tuned for that. But my bad, she thought you lived in Washington D.C.
Oh no, I'm staying in Baltimore right now. I'm not too far, but I'm here in Baltimore.
Yeah. So thank you for coming, and hopefully you can come back for another Jalen Says next year.
No doubt.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure we have one more guest. But before that, I know I normally do 1 hour, and it's already past that, so I may do 2 hours. So I may do 2 hours. I'm not sure, but if I do, I have some things to put up some time. And just thank you for everyone who joined, everyone who put up likes, hearts, everyone who commented, everyone who's just watching on the couch. Just thank you for joining.
No
And
doubt.
thank you for supporting me with this whole Jalen Says.
No
Love
doubt.
you guys.
Proper education always all I'm saying is proper education always corrects errors. Proven education always creates elevation. Please educate all children every day. Peace is the absence of confusion. That's why I come in. I leave the same way I came. Peace.
Nice. But well, actually right now I will keep some of my guests up. If some other guests could come up, that would be great. But by the way, while I'm doing this, oh hello.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm excellent as always, even better now that I'm speaking with you and getting to hear King Azar do his poetry.
Nice. And we have Miss Neela too.
Hey.
Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Wait. Hey, everybody. Azar, how are you? I was on you with your live the other day, and that was me when you said, I don't know who Adams Neela is. That's me.
Yes,
I can't hear him. What did he say?
No, I was saying at first I said that, but then I realized I was like, oh yeah, I do know who it is.
But while we're here, I want to show some of the people I did before a while ago. So share screen, whatever. And share. And do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so a while ago, as you see, I created some of these things. So
Awesome.
right now I'm gonna do an audience thing, and right now before the audience comments, I wanted to show you what I did before inside.
Oh no.
But while I'm loading this, audience, can you please comment a subject to do? Now see, okay, so 3. I made this this is the first thing I ever made. So I made this a while ago, but the audience, can you please make a subject, a character, while I'm loading this right now?
What?
Mm-hmm. And by the way, we're waiting for our last guest right now. That was I Am Amy. I made that at the beginning of quarantine, but right now we're waiting for our last guest. But right now, can you guys? Oh wait, our guest just. Oh wait, Oh no, I thought that. But while we're doing this, can you guys please make a character, or I could do actually. Wait, modify.
So are these cartoons that you created, Jalen?
Yes, I created these on my own. But we're just waiting for one of our last guests. But I just have one idea. Let me just edit this.
Is that a game?
Oh wait. And
Did you just know a game?
Yes, it's basically a game. But right now, let me just show one of my guests that I'm putting up right about now. So remove right now. Share screen.
Pretty cool.
Let me show you one of the guests I'm going to add right now, and it's on. Wrong thing. Now look at that. Yeah. So I'm gonna share one of my boxing guests. She's gonna come right in a minute. The Good People Show. Yes.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow, she's young.
I have a friend here in Chicago that's a trainer. He's been in the industry for a long time. Wow, she can throw them too, baby.
Yes.
You got the one in the red? Yeah, she's throwing some punches, baby. She a little squirt too. Look, yeah, ooh, she got a good stance. Oh yeah, good stance. Yeah, running it. Yeah, she got a good stance.
Yeah, I don't want to meet her in a dark alley. She can fight.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was thinking they can take her and whoop. Yeah.
That's a little bitty tot.
Wow,
You can throw some hands, baby.
Jalen, what's her name?
What's her name, Jalen?
Yeah, that's one of my guests to come up. Round 3.
Ooh-wee. Wow.
Oh. Whoa.
Wow.
Mm. Ooh.
Oh, she's fierce.
Ooh.
Hey girl, that blue, she bagging up because she got to catch her breath.
Mm-hmm.
She like, man, I don't want to be in this ring with her.
Yeah.
Once she starts throwing, it's fast and furious.
Right?
Yeah.
She got to punch in edgewise. The one in the blue, she ain't got to punch in edgewise.
No. Once she gets started, it's fast and furious. They come quick. she had a good uppercut
How
in there.
nice. Yeah, she got a good old swing, baby. Uh,
No, she won that match, that's for sure.
yeah, of course she did. And if they'd have caught it any other way, it would have been a problem. Oh, serious fight. Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right. Pretty good. She's
Right
good.
now, since she's still in her boxing practice right now, we have her mom coming up right now. Get ready. Thank you for coming on YouTube. And hello.
Hi, Jalen. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Aaliyah, she's still at boxing, but we can hold on. If you need to ask me any questions, I am the momager of Aaliyah Johnson. So if you have any questions, feel free.
Nice. Wait, am I hearing background music? Yeah, I accidentally kept the thing on. But yeah, but can you tell us a little bit about what she does? I heard she is boxing, obviously, but can you tell us a
Yes,
little bit?
Aaliyah, she's a boxer. She's been boxing since she was actually 5 years old, going to her 6th year of her age. And
Wow.
yes, so she's been training ever since very, very young. And Aaliyah, she's been grasping. She's the only Chicago girl that actually boxes boxing boys only. There were no fights for her when she was 7 years old. She stopped the fight. No, I take that back. She was 8 years old. She had just turned 8 years old, and she stopped a girl and made the girl quit in 1.3 seconds of the fight. It happened in the first round. Second time, they had 2 rounds together. At another park district, this was at Ogden Park. When she was in Ogden Park, they had went through 2 rounds of the fight. A second round, Aaliyah stopped the girl again. It was 3.5 seconds of the fight. The fight didn't even go a whole 4-5 rounds, and the little girl quit. Again at Taylor Park, where she normally boxes at when she trains at, brother. Aaliyah stopped the same girl, 1.2 seconds at Taylor Park. So all the girls did not want to box Aaliyah. They denied her from her boxing matches. She was denied every time. Oh no, they'll tell her coach, or they'll tell me, myself, or they'll tell Aaliyah, no, my child is not about to box with you.
Wow.
And so that's when they asked me at the Daily Center, was I were okay for Aaliyah to box with boys. Well, Aaliyah trained with boys, and that's how she grasped her to continue on boxing with boys. And I told them I don't have a problem with it. Her father didn't have a problem with it. So I told her coach, let her have it. If that's what they need to do, if she's going to be the first African American girl in the city of Chicago to fight with boys, then let her do it. So I told them, go ahead. I was a little nervous, but I knew what she can do.
Yes.
And she was trained. She even trained her brothers. She fight with 2 of her brothers, not literally, but they boxes around her. They play around with her, fires like fighting, and she's a girl. So when you have brothers, your brothers are to train their little sister on how to fight, and along with the coaches. So Aaliyah didn't have a problem with that. Aaliyah also has 20, she's 30-2. So she's up 30 points from her, away from actually going to the Olympics next year. So she will be entering the Olympics next year with her coaches. Two of her coaches, one used to train, well, one still trained with Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, and the other one just takes the time out, train her ever since she was little.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
can you tell us anything else she does besides boxing?
Aaliyah does a lot. She likes to draw. She has a vision board. Matter of fact, she also did modeling. She did tap dancing, but she didn't really like the tap dancing. How do I turn my camera around? Okay. Well, as you see, I'm going to stand beside her vision board. This is her vision board. You see? Maybe I could read it. The healer process is how she grasping with her life. And she
Wow.
grasping through life. As the healing process, of course, you're going to have sores. Of course, you're going to have bumps and bruises. But you got to heal the processing of the healing from God. And that's how she puts it. How well do you know your body? Well, eating, processing food is not eating healthy, but you got to do organics. And this is what I teach as Aaliyah. Also, how well do you know your body? A lot of people have this in deflect about their body, insecurities about how they feel about how their body is looking. So that's how well you got to know your body. Go further, reach your goals. Just don't stop at your goals. You got to keep on striving with your goals and have God to back you up going through your further of life.
Yes.
Push yourself. You got to constantly push yourself. When you push yourself to keep going to manifesting your goals, your trading, this is what it's all about, manifesting your life.
Yes.
Mission mindfulness. You got to be mindful what you're doing in life because you don't know who may watch you or who may look at you as time goes on. Let me see. One more. Game changer. A lot of people don't do this. You got to switch up the plans. You got to switch up. Like Aaliyah, she switched up on her boxing stand. So when you changing through the game faster, you got to manifesting your game plans. Always have a plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way up till you get to Z. Once you get to those goals, then you got to re-backtrack to those manifesting. What you're about to see is Aaliyah's trophies. Her shoes.
Wow.
Her
Wow.
belt. She has 2 belts.
Wow.
And she has
Wow.
medals. And these are her medals.
Wow.
She got 2 of them from 2015. She was also a track runner. She did the
Wow.
Girls on the Run. She was track. She was the first girl out of 150 people. She was the number. She ran into number 5.
Wow.
She did the Gospel on the Run. She has a trophy for that. Well, a medal for the Gospel on the Run. Now, a lot of people don't know what a Gospel on the Run. They have it every year in the city of Chicago, downtown by the lakefront. They started from 39th and Lake Park all the way down to 47th and Lake Park. So when she did the Gospel on the Run, she ran in 5.3 seconds. She's a faster runner.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. So anything else you need to know, you can ask me anything about her boxing. Oh, her dancing. Aaliyah does have, if you would like to follow Aaliyah, Finance the Kid, Leah. That is her Instagram page.
Can
She
you say
does
it
a
again?
lot. That is finest kid, Aaliyah. No, Leah. It's finest kid, Leah. Yeah, and everything. I was trying to see if that was her, but I don't think that was her. I think that was her brother. But yes, matter of fact, I can't go on my Instagram right now because I'm talking to you on my phone, so I'm only using one device. Sorry about that. But yes, Aaliyah, she was a pom-pom dancer at her school when she was going to Beasley, but she's no longer go to Beasley anymore. Aaliyah was doing tap dance and ballet at Washington Park.
Wow.
She didn't want to do that anymore. She didn't want to dance anymore. She wanted to do something else. She wanted to go to boxing. The reason how she got started, her brother was going to Taylor Park. He was playing for the Falcons football at Taylor Park. So Aaliyah begged her coach ever since Aaliyah was at the age of 3. That's what she wanted to do at the age of 3, become a boxer. She begged her when she was 4 years old. The coach told her no. 2 more years. Aaliyah did not want to wait 2 more years. Aaliyah wanted to wait till she was 5 years old to actually go through boxing.
Wow. That's incredible.
She met Roy Jones Jr. She met Floyd Mayweather. She met Kenny Williams. I'm sorry, his name is Kenny Williams. He was the basketball player of the Chicago Bulls, and now he's a spokesman person for the NBA.
Wow.
Yeah. So she met a lot of celebrities in her time by playing basketball, not playing, but football. I mean, not football, boxing. I'm sorry. As time went on with Aaliyah in boxing, she met a lot of celebrities. She even trained. She's like in the training processing to being a coach. She's not only being a boxer, but she also training to be a coach. So one day when she retired from being a boxer, she can go grassroots become a coach. And she also coached one of the football player in the city of Chicago. She's training his wife over the summer. That was during the summertime, not right now, because right now it's getting close for her timing to go for the nationals. Anybody have any questions?
Anyone have any? But can you tell us about the trophies in the place?
Yes, the trophies won first place. Aaliyah won first place on all of those trophies that you've seen. The red trophies were the 2 that she had lost. So she's 30 trophies as a winner process and 2 losses. And they cheated for her. So they cheated. They cheated because they knew how great Aaliyah was and still is. I'm not going to say was, but is. And they cheated. They took points away from her and gave it to the next opponent.
Wow.
But it's okay. Aaliyah's still standing strong, as always. So she's not giving up. She already told her coach no. She'll take the L, but she already knew she won. And that's how Aaliyah is.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yes. Well, she's not here right now, as everybody probably like, where's Aaliyah? Aaliyah's still at Boston practice right now. Her coach came and picked her up. So while she's at Boston practice, I'm at home doing motherly duties.
Well, I commend you for that.
Thank you.
And
So
hopefully,
do any of the audience have any questions I can ask, or any?
yeah. So does the audience have any questions right now? We have one for the IG, but so what's your IG again?
Okay, they can find Aaliyah finest kid. It's finest underscore kid Leah, LYAH. Or they want to, they can find me, which is the Real Bonnie Chambers on IG, and I can show them. Or if they wanted to find out how she is, I will send her IG. I will inbox her IG.
Thank you. So
No
thank
problem.
you for your time, and hopefully we could have an interview with Aaliyah next year for the new season of Jalen Says.
I sure will, and keep me posted. Maybe she can do it for the first year, since there's no school on the 1st of January. I'm gonna say November, but the 1st of January.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So you can sign her up on the first day of January. She's free that day. Just keep me posted what day if you really want her to have her on, and I have her on there. Then in the meantime, I'm the momager as always.
Well, thank you for being her momager.
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me, Jalen, and I salute you.
Well, thank you to all the wonderful guests and the audience, but I might as well just go to an hour talking to you guys maybe. But thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for supporting my show. Thank you for the wonderful time you spent with us. And just thank you guys for supporting me. So just thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, Jalen, thank you for the opportunity to
Thank you, Jalen.
Appreciate it. Miss Bunny, I loved hearing about your fantastic daughter. Oh my gosh. There was one question in the chat from Miss Nia, and that was, how long do you think Aaliyah will continue to box before she transitions to becoming a coach and training?
Aaliyah wants to do a pro. So I say when she's turning maybe close to 40 years old, that's what most trainers, most pros will retire from the age of 40. So once she gets the prospecting of it all, maybe she can go ahead and train for that.
How old is she now?
She's 14.
Wow, she's got a good long career. I'm going to look forward to seeing her in wonderful places.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Miss Neela,
I can't hear you, Auntie Neela.
She might be retiring, but she started so young. She might decide,
Yes.
she might decide to go into training a lot sooner and open up her own training facility.
Yes.
Her own boxing facility. I can see her doing it.
Yes.
She's a very bright young lady. She has had multiple experiences in life, a plethora of experiences in life, and I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of you too, Bonnie.
Thank you.
It's got to be amazing trying to remember all the names of all the things you did. Oh my God. I can't imagine.
I write them down, and I write it all down before, when she gets started. I write everything down about Aaliyah, just in case anybody wants to do like a resume, need a resume for her. So I already prompt her with the resume already. So if anybody asks, do you have a resume, or you need this and you do that, and
or
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right. That's her actually a bio. Is her resume, and I already written it out.
She really has got so much great experience. She can build a portfolio of all of her experiences. She's got an outstanding time frame of experiences. I mean, and then to know she's been wanting to box since she was 3 years old. She didn't want to knock
3 years old.
Long time. Huh? That is awesome.
Yes, and it was interesting because Aaliyah kept begging her coach when she was 3, 4, 5 years old, and her coach played tag with her, and she hit the coach so hard, I heard it, and I was like, "Wow, you actually." And at first she was scared because the coach tagged. He was like, "You don't want to box. You don't want to box." She's like, "Yes, I do want to box. Yes, I do." So Aaliyah, I said, "You gonna let somebody hit you like that?" I said, "What you supposed to do? You supposed to hit back, right?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "But go hit him back." He ain't gonna hit you. And so that's how Aaliyah got started, because she hit her coach so hard. His hand, he actually had a handprint. He's like, your complexion, Auntie Neela. And it was like, wow, she actually hit me. He kept putting ice on it. He was like, this girl got some hands. And he told me to bring her on that Monday. So I brought her on that Monday. And Aaliyah been training from that Monday all the way up to Sunday. Every day.
Wow.
Every day. And my mom was like, this girl gotta study. I said, no worries. Mommy is here. That's what she has a mother for. Mother is gonna do what a mother
Right.
gotta do. If I gotta do her homework for her, I will. But Aaliyah, she finished all her homework. She was at her coach. Hey coach, can I please do my homework? I need to do my homework because I ain't trying to fail. And her coach was like, yeah, bring your homework in. Aaliyah was the first girl that asked me. All the kids came right after Aaliyah. I got a homework. Can I do my homework? And Aaliyah said, if you ain't got homework, then you ain't that's no reason for you not to practice. This is what Aaliyah was saying to the kids.
Wow.
And they changed her name from Talking Out to Straighten It Out. And her coach was like, why do we call you Straighten It Out? Because she said, I straighten people out. So
Wow.
that's how Aaliyah mentality is. Aaliyah is a very awesome young lady, and I am so proud that God blessed me with Aaliyah. I mean, seriously, you know.
Yeah.
But guys,
how you feel?
I want to show you. Thank you to the wonderful audience supporting me, but I want to show a bit of my first show, my first JALEN Says. So
wait, guess what? Aaliyah is on her way right now. She's 30 minutes. She's 30 seconds away.
Wow.
She's 30 seconds away. So she's on her way.
I ain't heard nothing.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
So Aaliyah's
okay, she's 30 seconds away right now as we speaking. Yeah, so she is on her way. So please be patient, please, because she would love to talk about it. She loves to talk about it.
That'd be great.
So yes.
And I was going back to work.
No. My life, see, I have Aaliyah on my Life 360. I have an app called Life 360 for Aaliyah, and Aaliyah is on her way.
Okay, but right after, I'm just gonna show you guys some of my first interview, and I just thank you to the wonderful audience for supporting me. Thank you for taking me through this. Thank you for all the support, for all the likes, for all the views. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the people I interviewed. Thank you for all you guys, and just thank you for all the support.
Oh, you're welcome, JALEN.
You're welcome, JALEN.
Thank you. So while she's getting on, I just want to show a little snippet of my first interview. And 3, 2, 1. Wrong one. But thank you for all the support, all the views, and thank you for getting us through this hard time in quarantine. Just thank you. Wrong one again. But thank you for all the support, and just thank you guys. Great.
Strap. People
thank you for all the support. Thank you. Thank you for everything you did to help us through.
Well, I'm there. I can see me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. All right, check this out. Check this out.
Thank you, Michael Collier, for this first interview.
God.
Then you put the little music rolls in here. Look, this box is full of music rolls. And then you put the music roll in there and you paddle your feet real fast and the music plays. That's my piano. So you are the one who inspired me. Since you told me you play piano, I decided I'm going to go online and I'm going to learn how to play the piano while this so-called corona crisis is on. I got to close my garage door first. Now I'll bring you back into my office. Okay. See my little king right there. Have a dream.
So just thank you for all the support. Thank you for everything you did, because I wouldn't be here right now without you guys' support. And is Aaliyah on right now?
She's 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Because her coach is driving pretty fast down the street. So it pops up.
We'll probably have to wait until the next Jalen Says, though.
Okay. I'm right here. Hopefully she'll make it right in the door about 2 seconds now. Let me see. Yep. 1 minute away. Sorry. 1 minute away. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mute my mic, okay?
Okay, but I think we'll have to leave right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jalen.
But we'll be seeing Aaliyah on our next interview for next season of Jalen Says next year. Just thank you for all the support, and thank you all the guests. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Love you guys.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. I'm headed back to work.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Awesome.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Thank you guys for having me and discussing about Aaliyah. So you all have enjoyed evening. Happy holidays.
Bye. And I hope you guys have happy holidays, a wonderful Christmas, wonderful New Year. I hope you guys get to see people you haven't seen in quarantine pretty soon. I just thank you guys for all the support, and just thank you for everything. And just bye, guys. Stay tuned.